I can't believe I've got my own podcast. I'm a podcaster now. I'm podcasting. Yeah, I've got a podcast. I literally quit my job and now I'm running a podcast.
Oh, I love this for you.
Guys, we're here. Finally, we're doing it. Scared, but we're doing it. Okay. Welcome to the first ever episode of Pz.ina.pod. Doo-doo. I feel like I wish I could get some music to really just vibes us in. You know what I mean? But guys, we're here. We're doing it. Welcome to the first ever episode of Pz.ina.pod with your host, me, P. Well, my name's Paris, but you can call me P if you like. P's in the pod, it just kind of worked for the name. But yes, guys, we're here. We're doing it. And like I said, we are doing it scared. We are doing it scared because I'm not even going to lie. It's taken me years to get here right now. It's taking me years to get here right now. I feel like you watch all these like motivational videos and everyone's just like, just start. Just start. You've got the gift, just start. And it's just like, yeah, but I'm scared. You say me, I'm scared, and the devil is very much in my mind, making me believe that I'm not good enough for this shit. But like I said, today we're finna step on the devil. We're gonna step on the anxiety. We're gonna step on the self-limiting beliefs, because I'm getting triggered right now because these are all the things that have been getting in the way for me to do what me have to do. We are finally doing what we're supposed to be doing. Oh my God, like I don't think anybody understands how long it has taken me to get to this. I feel like everybody always looks at me and just thinks, oh yeah, Paris is like really confident. She knows what she's doing. But guys, your girl gets scared. Your girl gets scared. But we're here and we're doing it. For those that don't already know who I am, my name is Paris and I'll be your host for the pod. I can't believe I've got my own podcast. I'm a podcaster now. I'm podcasting. Yeah, I've got a podcast. I literally quit my job and now I'm running a podcast. And when I say running a podcast, I really did everything for the podcast. Like I'm already tired, but you know what? The motivation that I've got to just get this done and actually start walking in my purpose is crazy right now. It's absolutely crazy. Like if I could tell you guys everything I've had to battle through to literally get to this point right now, the podcast finna be 10 hours long, really and truly. So we're just gonna try and narrow everything down and cram it all into maybe about an hour video. I say an hour video, but I could literally talk for like about 10 hours, but we're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to you guys on the first episode. Well, you guys will definitely realize pretty quickly that I do love to chat, hence why I'm here. But guys, we're podcasting. We are really sitting down on a big pink chair podcasting. And I love this for us. I love this for me because I know it's time. I know it's time to really start walking in my purpose. And I know that where the walk that I was walking, and we're going to touch on that, it wasn't purposing. Let's just say that it was not purposing. And I've had to have quite a lot of conversations with the Lord and be like, is this it? Because this can't be it. It can't be it. The life that I'm living right now, this can't be it. There's no way. There's no way. So as well as that, I love this for you. I love that you have clicked and said, I'm finna get involved. I'm finna try P out, see what she's saying, see what she's about. And you're gonna enjoy it. I know you are. That's one thing about me. Everybody wants to be my friend. Well, you can be my friend now. You can be my friend now if you've watched me online before, or if you've seen me on stage, or if you know me from a distance. You can be my friend now. We're all gonna be friends, and I love this for us. I absolutely love this for us. Like, I'm so excited. I feel like now that I've actually started, I'm like, okay, I get it. But listen, the journey to get here, let me tell you. Make me tell you. Let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. First of all, I just need to keep it really 100 with you guys because that's one of the things that this podcast is about, keeping it real and keeping it authentic. This mic is not plugged into anything. The mic is not plugged into anything. However, You know when you just want your set to look like a proper podcast set? And right about now, I do not have the laptop or the means to plug the mic into a laptop to be able to edit the sound. So, but I've got the mic because one of my friends blessed me with a mic and I love her so much for that. So we've basically put the mic up. However, there's a little tiny Bluetooth mic that is clipped onto the big mic. That is what we're actually using. But don't you think my set looks good? Because I do. I feel like I've done a pretty good job considering this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. And I'm setting it up in my house and I'm doing it by myself. I feel like I've done a pretty good job. I'm pretty proud of me. Me even get my little logo pillows. Oh, I'm loving this. This is it. This is it. You know when you actually start to do what you feel like you're meant to do, and you're like, yeah, this feels right. This is right. But let's get into it. Let's get into it. Why is Paris doing a podcast? Ask me again. No, I'm only joking. Like I said, I've been feeling it in my spirit that I'm supposed to do this for years. But obviously life's we do what feels comfortable. And I'm a kind of person that definitely likes to feel comfortable. I hate stepping out of my comfort zone. I hate um trying new things. I hate being out of some kind of like routine or regime, or like just switching things up a little bit. I hate, like, change is probably the worst thing that could ever happen to me. Like, I had change is such a big trigger for me. However, I feel like I got to a point in my life where, I was doing the quote unquote normal, I was living the quote unquote normal life. I worked a 9 to 5, making decent ish money. I mean, the money weren't that great. I can't explain. I was making money and I survived and I was paying my bills. However, the money weren't bossing, so I'm not even going to do that thing. But I was on a steady income, let's say that. I was on a steady income. And something just wasn't clicking. Like, every day I was waking up, and I'm not even gonna lie, like, every day was just starting to feel worse and worse and worse. Like, when you just feel like you are just in this like grey cloud of just heaviness every day. You're going into work every day and you're just thinking to yourself, like, this isn't it. Like, this isn't what I feel like I'm supposed to feel like. I'm crying a lot. Anytime I'm just by myself and I'm not doing anything, I'm feeling depressed and I'm heavy. And do you know what I mean? I'm eating bad because I'm just looking for comfort all the time. Like, my habits are just not healthy for me or anybody around me. Like, it just wasn't great. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, in that, when you do it for so long, it starts to just kind of feel normal. It starts to feel like, oh, well, this is just it. Do you know what I mean? You go to work every day, 9 to 5, you come home in the evening, you do little bits and bobs in the house, you go to work, repeat again the next day. Come to the weekend, if you got the energy to go and do anything, you'll do it. And then even when you gotta do it, you're bloody complaining because you're thinking, chum, my big weekend. I don't want to go nowhere. Do you know what I mean? So then you kind of feel like you're losing like the social aspect of you. And I'm quite a big social butterfly. So to lose that part of me was just mind boggling. The fact that I don't want to speak to people on the phones, I don't want to go nowhere, I don't want to do anything. It was all getting kind of mad. And then on top of that as well, I feel like because I was feeling so consumed with my job, because it was a 9 to 5 and you don't realize how much time and capacity that takes up in you, I was kind of just like losing myself. Like, I'll be honest, I've got to the age of 31. How old me is now? I think it's 31. I think I'm 31, turning 32. I don't know. It's mad because when I was young and adults never used to know what age they were, I used to think, why don't you know how old you are? But I swear to God, the older I get, I'm really starting to forget my age because it's kind of just like, my birthday's come again. You know what I mean? Let's just have a little excitement and then we move on. But yeah, 31-ish, I think. I've got to 31 and I've been working probably since I was 24, and I'm not even gonna lie, I don't feel like I really know like what I even enjoy doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, just the little things that you really like what's your bag? Like, what's the things that like you your inner child just screams at and just feels fulfilled with. Like, and I'm not talking about, oh, just relaxing, watching a good film. I'm talking about, the things that really feed your soul. Like, obviously, I'm a dancer and I've danced since I don't even know how old I was when I started dancing. So dance has always been my bag. Dance has always been my safe space. Dance has always been my escape. However, I've gotten older now. And as much as my dance is still that, I feel like I'm looking for something more now. I'm looking for something different now. Do you know what I mean? And working every single day, living this grey life, I just couldn't find that. So I don't know if anybody else is feeling the way that I was feeling. I just felt like I was just in this survival mode. I'm absolutely fuming. I was recording the podcast and it stopped recording, and now I'm having to start again, and I don't even know where I was. Annoying. I was doing so well, but you know what? Like we said, we're stepping on the enemy. We're stepping on self-limiting beliefs. We're stepping on anxiety, and we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go, because you're not doing this to me today. So anyway, like I was saying, I was just in this survival mode, and I think the scary thing about survival mode is that when you've done it for so long, it just becomes normal. Like, you don't even realize you're in a survival mode until you come out of it. Do you know what I mean? So if you've been feeling anything like how I was feeling, or whilst you've been listening to this, it's kind of triggered something off in you, I would advise sit with that. Sit with that, because I'll be honest, it's taken me a very long time to get to this space and realize that things weren't feeling right for me, because it was just feeling so normal. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like when it's when God is ready for you to move, he's going to start to make things feel very uncomfortable for you. And I think that's where I got to. Even though I was feeling all of those things, and I was in the headspace that I was in, and I was where I was at, I just kept on going. Do you know what I mean? And I think there's only so long God can sit and watch you in something that he knows is not for you. Do you know what I mean? There's only so long God is going to sit and watch you living a life that he knows is not the life that he had for you. Do you know what I mean? I genuinely do not believe in my heart that we are supposed to just be out here feeling shit all the time. Do you know what I mean? Or just pressing through, or just trying to get by, or just trying to stay afloat. I generally don't. This can't be what it is. There's no way. There's no way. So believe me when I say, even if you can't see it or you can't feel it, try know God's sitting there and he's watching it, and he's just waiting for the moment to just shake it up a little bit for you to realize, yeah, this ain't it. This is not it. Because he definitely did that with me. But I think the problem with me is, God finna shake it up, but then I'm finna sit in it until something actually happens. Like, I'm the girl that's gonna sit down in the toxic relationship until he gets someone pregnant, or until, I'm not going to say what I was going to say, because definitely did stay in the relationship until that happened. But yeah, I'm going to be the one that stays in the relationship until mad shit pops off. And that's when I'm like, okay, I'll go now. Do you know what I mean? And I think I got to a point where I was just like, I'm sitting here and I'm asking God to change my life. I'm asking God to make something give. I'm asking God to get me out of my job. I'm asking God for more money. And I'm getting upset and I'm getting mad when I'm not feeling like he's making any moves or he's not hearing me. But I didn't realize, or I then eventually realized, it's actually in my hands. Don't get me wrong, everything is in God's hands, and everything is going to be whatever God needs it to be. He's going to guide us, and if you let him lead, he'll lead. However, realistically, it's in my hands to make the move that God wants me to make. And I didn't realize that this time wasn't about sitting and waiting for something to be done for me, or for something to happen very drastic for me to move. It was about just making the move. Whether I knew what the move was going to be, whether I knew how to do the move, it was just about making the move. So I don't know if anything's been put on your spirit or your heart recently where you got to make a move, but everything in you is either unsure or scared or doesn't know how or doesn't want to do it because they don't know what it's going to end up like. If you know within your spirit in your heart that you're meant to make that move, make the move. Make the move. Do what you've got to do to prepare. Get in alignment and make the move, because look at this. I've quit my job and I've become a podcaster. And yeah, the podcast is not doing anything at the moment. At the moment, we haven't even posted it. However, I truly believe that this is the move that I was meant to make. And if this is the move that I was meant to make, God for the sprinkle his thing all over it. And that's all I can ask for at this point. That is all I can ask for at this point, is God's approval that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Whatever this becomes, whatever door this opens, wherever this leads to, I'm here for it, because as long as it don't take me back to the dirty 9 to 5 that I was in and just the life in general that I was living that just was not making any sense to me, then I'm with it. I'm with it. So like I said, if you are in a place where, like me, you're in that survival mode and it's just not feeling right, and you know that you need to make a move to be able to get out of it and do right by you, you're in the right place. You're in the right place, because as much as I say, just make the move, I know it's not that easy. And yes, I've made the move to, I don't even feel like I've made a move. I feel like I've just shifted a little bit. I feel like, yeah, I feel like, no, I'm not. You know what? I'm going to give myself the credit. I've made the move, the first move, which was to quit my job. And I'm not even going to lie, that was probably one of the scariest things I've ever done, because I never had another job to go back into. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know what I was going to do once I quit the job. I had an idea of kind of like the avenue that I wanted to go down, but I didn't know what that was going to look like or how I was going to get there. I just, yeah, made the move. Do you know what I mean? And I still don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know, like, how do you rewrite your life? Do you know what I mean? Like I said, when you're in survival mode, when you live in the way that you live in, you don't even realize that that's not normal. Do you know what I mean? Until you come out of it and you look around and you think to yourself, oh my life, I have been brainwashed. Like, because that's what it feels like. I feel like I've been brainwashed to think that the way that life was, that feeling of just meh, was just normal, and it's not. Like, you can actually feel great. Like, you can actually wake up every day and just be excited. And even if nothing isn't going to happen, you know that you can actually make money whilst feeling fulfilled. You know that you can actually like do life as well as be productive. Like, that's mad to me, because I genuinely thought the way that I was living was just the way that I was living, and that's just how it's supposed to be. You go to work, you make your money, you go home, you get good rest, you eat well, and that's it. But no, it's not it. It's not it. So I just feel like I'm at a point right now where I'm just like, okay, I need to rewrite my story. I need to completely unlearn a lot of the things that I believed was normal and basically start again. I'm basically making myself a blank canvas and rewriting everything about me. I'm going to say rewriting. I don't mean like just now making up who I want to be and just being that person. When people say like fake till you make it, I mean really figuring out who's P, what's P, where is P, how is P. I think that's one thing we really need to do more of, is check in and ask, how am I really? And I think that was the first thing that hit me when I took the step. I wasn't great. I was not good at all. I think the main thing is I was very burnt out and I was very tired. But I wouldn't have never known that if I would just carried on doing what I was doing. I knew I wasn't happy, but I didn't know I was so burnt out. I didn't know I was so tired. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know I had lost so much of myself that I now need to rebuild, but I don't even have the strength to rebuild because I'm so broke down from the last season. Do you know what I mean? So I'm telling you see, when you take that step, that's when it all finna come to the surface. That's when it all finna come to the surface. So I'm really realizing this is gonna be a journey. This is definitely gonna be a journey. And why not bring you guys on the journey with me? I feel like that's going to be great because I know I'm not the only one feeling like this. I know I'm not the only one that, number one, has come to a point in their life where something don't feel right. I know I'm not the only one that has actually been made the decision to actually take the step and not know what the step even is. Do you know what I mean? I know I'm not the only one that is really wanting to figure out who they are and how they are. So why don't we do it together? Why don't we do it together? I can't explain because I feel like these conversations are not always nice, not always fun. It's hard for people to get vulnerable. It's hard for people to really show sides to them that really exposes, where they're really at. And I know it's hard for people to really stop and have these conversations with themselves. And I think one thing about me is I'm very good at creating safe spaces. I'm very good at creating safe spaces, and I'm very good at kind of keeping people and myself afloat during these seasons. So I'm gonna go on the journey for myself in hopes that on this journey of me discovering who I am, unlearning so many things, rewriting so many things about myself. Um, I hope that it number one encourages you, plants some kind of seed, um, makes you ask yourself these questions, um, and you've kind of got somewhere to go when it is feeling a lot and it is feeling hot, because it gets hot. It's very peppery. This is a very, very spicy journey. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's a very, very spicy journey. So if we can do it together, I love this for us. I love this for us. We're gonna have guests on so we can really pick their brains as to where they're at, how they've done it, why they've done it, do they even feel like they've done it? Do you know what I mean? We're gonna have segments where you guys can like actually get involved. Like I said at the beginning, like we're gonna be friends now, so it can't just be me chatting. I want you guys to chat to me as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I'm gonna have segments so you guys can like interact and get involved and have your say and stuff like that. Like, yeah, man, we're gonna have a good time. We are going to have a good time, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. Now that I've actually started and I've done this, it's crazy because I've been saying I'm going to start a podcast for ages, and I haven't actually told anybody that today is the day that I'm actually starting the podcast. Like, I actually cannot wait for my boyfriend to come home so I can be like, babe, I did it. I did it. But in saying that, that brings me on to the first segment. Like, literally, guys, I've gone in on this. I have literally designed this podcast for you, you being the gang. I can't explain. I've designed this podcast for the gang, and we're about to have a good bloody time, literally. So, first segment is called, what's the segment called? How have I forgot what the segment's called? First segment is called Moment of the Week. And that is when basically we focus on a moment that we've had during the week that we feel like we've achieved something. It's made us feel good. We finally done that thing that we said we was going to do. Or it could just be giving yourself flowers for something, and it doesn't even have to be big. And this is where you can also get involved. You can send me your moments of the week. They can be anonymous, or if you're extra like me, I can say your name on the pod. You know what I mean? And yeah, you can share your moment of the week, and we can talk about it. We can chop it up. But I thought I'll start with my moment. Oh, so it's currently Friday. I'm definitely not posting on Friday. I'll be honest. I don't even know when I'm actually going to post this. Like I'm just recording. Like I'm just starting. I'm just starting right now. So I don't know when this is. So I could Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. happy birthday. I don't know which one this is going to be, but we're just starting. So, my moment of the week this week is actually click and record on my camera, setting up my set, connecting the Bluetooth mic on top of the mic that's not plugged in, and starting my podcast. That was my moment of the week. And I'm not even going to lie, like, I could cry right now because, like I said, it has been a journey to get to this point. Like, God's put this on my heart from years ago. I feel like I've always had it in me to chat and record, and I love being in front of the camera. I love doing stuff like this, you know what I mean? But when it actually came down to God giving me the vision to do this, it was a bit like, oh, okay, that's a bit bigger than I thought we was gonna go. But this is the thing with God. What you think is big, I'm telling you, God finna go bigger. God finna go bigger. And I feel like when God goes big, that's when you really know you're one of his favorites. That's when you really know you're one of his favorites. So right about now, I'm feeling like one of God's favorites because I could still be in the brought down 9 to 5, feeling depressed and feeling awful. But I'm not. He said, come on with me and let me show you what I got for you. And I mean, if this is what he's got for me, I'm not mad at him because I know it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. So that's my moment of the week. I have finally built up the confidence and the courage to finally start my podcast. And this is probably the biggest moment I have had for probably the last few years. Mm-hmm. The last few years, that is where I've been at. So yeah, that's been my moment of the week. But I can't wait to hear you guys' moments. I cannot wait. Obviously, we've got the social media pages set up and running. So if you don't know, go and follow us. Pz.ina.pod across the board. Instagram, TikTok, all of them things there. DM me, message me, comment below on the video. Let us hear your moments of the week. Let's talk about it. Let's chop it up. We're going to do a moment of the week every single week. So if you guys don't send me nothing, we're going to talk about my moment again. You must me. So yeah, but this is feeling good. This is feeling good. It's feeling way better than I thought it was going to feel. I'm not even going to lie. I had a whole structure. I set this up so proper. But me being me, I've just gone with the wind and just chatted. But I guess that's how we're just gonna start. You know what I mean? It was time to start, and I've started, and I'm really excited for where this is gonna go. Literally, I love this for you guys, and I love this for me. And if you love this for me as well, please share, like, subscribe, help you grow out. Because I'm new to the game. I'm new to the game. I'm a baby. I'm literally a baby in this, but we're finna grow up pretty quick. Try no. Um, so yeah, get involved, guys. Like I said, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're supporting the thing already. And let's see where this goes, guys. Let's get started on rewriting our story. Let's create the community. Let's get into the safe space. Let's keep it real. I'll be honest, I put on a bit of makeup today. I've gelled up my hair a little bit, so it look decent, so people know that I belong to somebody. But I ain't finna look like this all the time. So I'm just putting out the pre-warning because if you see me come on the screen with my bed plaits, everybody better stay in order. Them ones. Everybody better stay in order. So yeah, I thought I'll do it myself for the first episode. Hope you like. But yeah, we're keeping it very real. Plus, I'm recording every single week in my house. I'm not doing up every single week in my house. I can't be bothered. It's not my bad. I don't do that anyway. But yeah, I'm really excited to just do this. I'm really excited to just get stuck in. I'm excited to get guests on. I can't wait for someone to come and sit on the pink couch with me. I'm excited to just grow. I'm excited to develop. I'm excited to get better. I'm excited to just start this new version of my life, this new version of me. And I'm so excited for you if you're doing the same, or if you're just coming along the journey with us, if you just want to have a laugh, you want to have a good time, get involved, because that's what it's about. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, these journeys can be quite heavy, but not with me. Not with me, baby. Not with me. We're finna laugh. We're finna enjoy. We're probably gonna cry as well because I'm a crier, and I always say it's important to have a good cry. I probably cry probably about three times a week. I'm lying. It's probably about five, but I need to get it out because if I don't get it out, I get fat. I get fat. When people say to me, "Oh my God, Paris, you've lost so much weight," I've been crying. I've been crying. I've been releasing it all. You must know what I mean. So yeah, we'll be laughing, we'll be crying, we'll be chopping it up. But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. New healthy habits. New healthy habits. So catch me, your girl Pink, weekly on YouTube. With Pz.ina.pod. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. I love you all already.
Oh, I love this for you.